If you feel like you'll never succeed in online training or don't know how to build it out, don't give up on your dream of starting an online sports training program. I'm about to show you how to create an online training program that athletes cannot wait to join. After helping 200 plus sports coaches transition their in-person business to either hybrid or fully online, I've learned that an online sports training program is the most scalable model if you know how to structure it the right way. Today, I'm going to show you the framework on how to create your online training program with real examples from students who are crushing it using this structure, including one who's making $17K per month. So the first thing you want to do if you're getting into online training is figure out who you want to help and how you want to help them. The biggest mistake that people make when getting into the online world is they try and help everyone with everything. And look, while that is super honorable and I commend you for wanting to help people, the reality is that the internet is so big that you're going to want to dial in on a very specific type of person and help them get a very specific type of result. And when we focus on that one person and we actually focus on the result that they want to get, not what you want to teach, then it makes step 2, 3, 4 that much easier. Once you get super clear on who you want to help and how you want to help them, you can build an actual offer around that. And the reason why we want to create an actual offer is because that is what we're going to take and promote on our social media pages to athletes that we already know, referrals, different things like that. Second thing you're going to want to do is actually let people know about who you are, what you do, and how you can help. So if we never got clear on who we wanted to help and how we wanted to help them, it would make this step actually impossible. And so the best way that we've seen coaches promote themselves and actually get their name out there is by using social media apps, particularly Instagram and YouTube. And we get questions all the time asking, should we use TikTok? Should we use Facebook? And the answer is that you can, but after working with over 200 sports coaches across as many different sports as you can possibly think of, we've seen that Instagram and YouTube are the two most powerful platforms. So you can use TikTok, you can use Facebook, you can use Twitter, you can use whatever you want, but the two that work the best are Instagram and YouTube. And so what you want to do on your Instagram account is make content for that specific person that you want to help, helping them solve their problems for free. The reason why is because athletes are never going to want to work with you directly one-on-one if they haven't received value from you before joining your program. You have to understand you're a complete stranger on the internet, and the only way that you're going to build trust with those around you is by first giving value to them, and then in exchange they will want more of the value that you've already delivered to them. And on YouTube, it's more of the same stuff, but it's just longer form, similar to what I'm doing right now. For example, Evan has a great social media presence and is using social media to a T. Now, what Evan is doing on his Instagram page is calling out his specific ideal athlete that he wants to work with, which is high school baseball players. And he helps high school baseball players land college scholarships. So if you go to Evan's social media page, it's all about how high school baseball players can land college scholarships. Evan's not making videos that are meme style or unrelated to how he can help his ideal athlete specifically. Too many sports coaches think that they need to be an influencer in order to do online training, and the truth is that couldn't be more wrong. We have clients right now with less than 5,000 followers making over $15,000 a month, just like AJ, who's a current school teacher, who's making $15,000 per month with less than 5,000 followers on Instagram because he knows exactly who he wants to help, how he wants to help them, and has a consistent way to get in front of that type of athlete and present them with an offer that they would be stupid to say no to. The next thing you're gonna wanna do after people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help is convert them into your program. And this is probably the most intimidating part for most sports coaches because people are complete strangers. They don't know how you can help, they don't know who you are, and there's not a lot of trust built. So I'm gonna break this down for you very tactically. What most coaches do is they put a link in their bio and they hope that people just go in there and pay them money. And the reason why that never works is because number one, nobody is ever just going to go into the link in your bio and buy a, let's say, $300 a month program without ever speaking to you first. Think about it. If I put a link in the description right now and said, go buy my $300 a month program without ever speaking to me, what is the likelihood that you're actually going to do that? The answer is pretty low. So why would you ask other people to do the exact same thing? And so what we've found work exceptionally well is by using the Instagram DMs and YouTube videos to take people from they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, they don't know how you can help, to now building that level of trust, having a conversation with them on Instagram, and then getting them onto a Zoom call to then communicate with them directly face to face and showing them how you can help. And take Will and Claude, for example. They were posting on social media and had over 1,000 followers, but they couldn't make any money from their social media following. And after just a few months, they were able to generate over $10,000 in 90 days strictly by implementing this exact process that I'm explaining to you now. And fast forward to present day, Will and Claude generated over $15,000 last month using this exact framework, helping football players land college scholarships and getting more athletic. So now that we have athletes in our program, it's time to actually train them online. And this is one of the biggest hurdles that people have. So if that's you, then you're gonna wanna pay attention to this. So when it comes to actually training an athlete online, most people overthink this entirely. And so let's keep this very high level. So if an athlete was to go on vacation, but they had access to all of the equipment that was necessary in order to become a better player, and they were going to train every single day, could you write down on a napkin what their routine looked like? If you're not a totally terrible coach, the answer should be a resounding yes. And so what you're going to do when you have somebody in your program is you're going to write down that exact routine that the athlete needs to do and put it into an online training software. And these online training softwares will allow you to schedule out workouts for each individual athlete day by day. And the benefit of these online training softwares is you can see how many of these workouts your athletes are actually completing, so you can hold them accountable to the homework that you're giving them. No more having to tell an athlete, hey, you should go off and do these exercises, and then hoping and praying that they're actually gonna do what you told them to do. Now, with the online training software, you can hold them accountable to those workouts, and on top of that, they can send you videos of them completing these workouts. And by using these softwares, such as Trainerize, Connect, OnForm, or a million different other softwares out there, you can give them feedback on the videos that they're sending to you. And so that way, instead of having to get on calls every single day with your athletes, you can pre-build out exercises and workouts that you can reuse over and over and over again. And now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't want to create a copy and paste program. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I am saying is that once you create these videos and these templates of these workouts and exercises, is that you can mix and match them and reassign them to each athlete based on what they need. So as you take on more athletes, it's actually going to take you less time to train one individual athlete. So the better you get at training athletes online, the more efficient it's going to be, and the bigger the exercise library that you're going to have is. That way you can rely on work that you've already done in the past, rather than having to continue to work to deliver to your athletes. The last thing that you need to do if you're not a totally terrible coach is promote the results that you're actually getting, because assuming that you're actually good at what you do, you'll be able to generate tons and tons and tons of results through online training, oftentimes way better than you could ever get in person. And so all you're going to do is you're going to take those results and post them on your YouTube and Instagram page and continue to show people that are watching that you can help athletes just like them. Now, the worst thing that you could do is promote your lower level athletes. Make sure, a pro tip, I can't even believe I'm giving this away for free, is only promoting your best athletes that you want to attract more of. So as you can see, this turns into a complete flywheel because now the results that you're getting go back into the marketing, only attracting the best athletes that you want to work with. And those are the athletes that are going to pay the most amount of money, that are going to get the best results, that are going to be the easiest sales because they're actually committed to getting better. And then guess what? As you train more athletes, you build out a bigger and bigger exercise library. And when you sign up similar athletes, guess what? They're all going to need similar things. So each step will feed the next step. And as you get better at it, and the longer that you do this for, the easier it becomes. The biggest mistake that coaches make with online training, they give up too early. If you commit to the next 6 to 12 months to making this happen, you will absolutely transform the rest of your life. And if you nail this process, then you can end up like Ian, who signed up 56 new athletes in a month, strictly using his Instagram profile, or even like Reagan, who started from scratch and made over $17,000 in a single month, or even Anthony, who has less than 5,000 followers and makes $25,000 per month, every single month, training athletes online. Now, these are not luck. I have seen countless others transition to online training and see success using this structure. Now, if you want to have a more in-depth guide on how you can actually create your online sports training program, listen closely. I have a program called Remote Training University where we hold your hand step by step through the entire process. Now, you 100% can try this on your own, but by building this together, I'm confident that you will avoid so many of the common mistakes that we see. Click the link in the description if you'd like to learn more, but regardless, I hope you got something out of this video.